Hi guys, so throughout the month of September I've been training for a 5k, and honestly I don't think I'm really running that much, so I wanted to share with you how I've done it and maybe you could do the same. So how have I gone from barely even being able to run a mile to running a 5k? Well, the answer is this: starting off very slowly and giving myself plenty of time to recover. So really quickly, I'm going to walk you through each workout that I did throughout the month. So the first one, on the 2nd of September, I did my first run of 1.45 miles. And when I say run, I mean that loosely, because I was actually only running for 30 seconds, walking for 30 seconds, running for 30 seconds, and walking for 30 seconds the entire time. And that was only for 17 minutes. My second workout was on the 4th of September, and that was a 2-minute run and a 1-minute walk, repeated until I hit 20 minutes, and that was 1.8 miles. Now you'll notice that there's always one day in between my runs. Why do I do this? Because on that day off, I make sure that I do some stretching or some basic yoga. And I say basic because it's not like I can put my leg behind my head or anything.
Wow.
And my next workout on the 10th of September was for 21 minutes, 2.1 miles. There's a good 6 days off in between because I'm still nursing a foot injury where I just had time off, where I'm just going about my daily life. I still work full time and have children to run after, so I don't ever really get really good rest, but I try my best to make sure that I sleep okay. And again, I would have thrown in some stretches when I had the time and probably some more yoga. Can you see the pattern emerging here of stretching and yoga? On the 12th of September, I ran 4.3 miles in 48 minutes, which isn't particularly fast, but I was running for 10 minutes, walking for 2 minutes, and running for 10 minutes and walking for 2 minutes. You get the drift. The whole time, because when I walked for 2 minutes, that was giving my foot a chance to rest. I wasn't overdoing it, and I just ran at a comfortable pace. And I now know that I can accomplish the 5k distance, but I didn't overdo it and run it too fast and wear myself out or cause myself an injury or anything like that. So that was the longest run that I've done so far. I then ran 1.8 miles in 20 minutes on the 16th of September. So again, I had a good 4 days off to give myself time to recover, do some stretching and yoga. And I ran 20 minutes without stopping that time to see how that felt. And it felt good, I could do it, but annoyingly the next day my foot was aching a little bit where the tendon still hasn't, ligament, I don't know, still hasn't quite 100% healed. But I made sure that I did some more stretching and yoga, and guess what? 2 days later, I went running again. So this time I ran 3.59 miles in 38 minutes. And guess what? I was smart this time and I stuck to my 10 minutes running and 2 minutes walking strategy. And I made sure that I did some pre-run stretches and some post-run stretches. Now, this sounds like I've got loads of time, but I actually don't. My pre-run stretch was 5 minutes and my post-run stretch was 5 minutes. And I can put a link to the videos that I used to do those stretches in the description. But you don't need an awful lot of time to do this. And as you can see, I've only been running twice a week. And it's only really been taking up like an hour or less of my time. So at this stage, I've got 1 week to go until the race. And I fully intend to only run twice next week as well. Seriously, dude, I've trained for a 5k and I've only been for a run 8 times. Oh, wow. And it's took up about 8 hours of your time. I probably spent more time than that scrolling on my phone today. So if you have 8 hours to spare, or you've been looking at your screen time lately and thinking, I could be doing something a little bit more productive and good for my health, why not train for a 5k in just 8 hours? Now, I'm not saying this will work 100% for everyone. I could run 1 to 2 miles comfortably before I started this training plan, but honestly, I would say if you can't run at all, you'd only need an extra 4 weeks of practicing running and walking a mile or two to get yourself comfortable before you begin training. And where I started from, I was still running and having pain in my foot at the beginning of the month, so I've had to be really careful and take things really slow. And believe me, if I can do it, you can do it too. And remember to stretch. If you're gonna run, you need to stretch and do yoga. Okay. Yoga matters. I mean, the worst that can happen is that you blow out and you just walk the distance. It's not that far. Put those running shoes on, sign up to an event, and give it a go.